Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to take a look at an informational text and think about the picture and the captions when we're reading. And in the book it's a very 2D flat kind of a picture. So this is the picture for today, and it is a whale shark. And we want to try to make this become more of a 3D image in our mind. We want to use our imagination when we're reading books with really great pictures in it. So I'm going to read the caption to you, and it says, it's called Gentle Giants. A whale shark's mouth is so wide that a 10-year-old kid could fit inside. But don't worry, these sharks are mostly slurping up tiny shrimp like plankton about as small as a few grains of sand. While whale sharks feed by swimming slowly with their mouths open, filtering the tiny plants and animals out of the water. The largest fish in the world, whale sharks can be longer than a school bus and weigh 50,000 pounds, about 4 times as much as an African elephant. They're so big that not many animals are going to bother them, so they tend to be very easygoing sharks. So one way to make this more of a 3D picture than a 2D picture is to use our imagination and to use our senses. What would I see if I was there with him? And I'm really drawn to that pattern on him. All those polka dots all over him, almost like in striped patterns in some places. So I'm kind of imagining what that pattern would look like. And it mentioned in the text, I have my sticky note here. What am I imagining? And this is something we could stop and jot in a magazine or in a book that you're reading. That his skin looks so smooth to touch. I would love to think about what he would feel like if I touched him. And what would I hear? I would hear him slurping up his food, his shrimp. Maybe I would smell the shrimp, or maybe he has a fishy smell around him if I was in the water with him. I love when authors give us comparisons, especially to something we know. Picture what it would look like if this whale were in front of our school. It would be bigger than a bus sitting outside of our school, and I know you can picture that because we see that every day when we're in school. Picture the whale shark even bigger than that in our parking lot. And I picture one of my students in his mouth. It says a 10-year-old could fit inside of his mouth. So I try to picture one of my students sitting at my table, and I could pick him up and put him right inside the whale shark's mouth. Makes me kind of imagine how big his mouth is. So next time you're reading and you're in an informational book, or you're looking at some kind of a great picture, to take it from a 2D to a 3D level, use your imagination and use your senses. What would you smell if you were there? What would you hear or taste or see or touch if you were there? And even jot it on a sticky note quickly with a quick picture. And it will hold your thinking, and it will help you expand your thinking and get a little more out of our picture. Happy reading.